And we are back to playing more Vampyr. I'm playing these mostly in the same day, like a lot of these videos in the same day. Try and keep them at least an hour. Or an hour and a half. Try not to be too long with them. So they're manageable to get through. Blah blah blah, as we go. The eye was in the tomb. Wait, did that just say Act 1? Hang on. How many acts are there? Wait a second. Okay. This way. Whoops, this way. Which way is fastest to get back to the hospital? Come on, load me in. Stable. Alright, so this is the fastest. Let's just go on this way. Is the fastest. Yeah, pretty much. Just go this way. Whoa, what the? Okay, you gotta knock that off. Yep, and then I go down this way. Go to the guide. Why can't I see anybody else?
It's a leech!
You're not gonna get me with your freaking cross. Goodbye. Hey. Whoa, hang on. Okay. Gracie, you need to shut up. Goodbye. Don't alert anybody. See you later. Nope, see you later. Ow. Oh, lag. What is going on? What the? There we go. Chimney crickets.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth.
What are you talking about?
You. I remember you.
Oh. Who?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
champion?
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
I don't like this guy.
Is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing.
Shut up, Gracie.
Iron spur.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave.
I guess I could sell the ring.
So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity?
Sure.
Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God
Uh-oh.
protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCullum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Last time we had the end of
Leave
the
him,
new.
Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
Sure. Let me talk to you.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
Wow.
We cannot have the people lose faith in this institution. This hospital is their only hope.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us.
Wow.
We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
Very well. I'll help you.
I know
Sure,
this
Gracie.
place means something to you. I have noticed how you suppress your appetite when around the staff and patients.
You need to know you can trust me, Edgar.
I do, dear fellow, I do.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what
Oh,
that
no.
could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
And they don't know what I'm capable of.
Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
I've been progressing a lot further than you expect. Should have the sad saint at the East End. Okay.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Oh, I gotta go back to the docks.
But the suffering continues.
Wait, there's blood here.
The giant
What on earth happened here?
Alright, let's follow the blood trail. Wait a second. Need something to do with this?
Oh, Jonathan, I cannot believe my eyes. Poor woman. Butchered by some savage scowl.
Yes, and I'm afraid I'm at least partially responsible. The man, the Scal, I brought him here.
Jonathan, how could you say such a thing?
Forgive me if I feel despondent, for there seems to be no end to the suffering and death that surrounds us.
I'm always here for you, Jonathan.
What do you know of Ascalon? I was threatened by a creature, a vampire in Whitechapel, stating I had to obey the law of conduct.
Yes.
What more can you tell me about him?
He had really big arms. Yes.
He was bigger than a man. Huge, in fact. He seemed to radiate violence. I thought he was going to tear me apart. Then he vanished.
Fergal, the executioner of Ascalon. You were fortunate he was not after you, but rather out doing his master's bidding.
Ah. Good to know.
What is Ascalon?
The Ascalon Club are the most powerful vampires in Britain.
That's not good.
And exert tremendous influence. Take my advice and stay well away.
Good to know.
I have experienced a certain difficulty when faced with holy symbols or trying to enter religious buildings. Have you?
Now that's quite a question. I don't know why, but yes, it has happened to me.
Is this a sign? A hand of God in action? Are we repellent unto heaven?
I don't have the answers, Jonathan. But I believe superstition and magic is just fact awaiting the lens of science.
Aren't you frightened?
Very little scares me, my dear. To be compelled to avoid symbols of faith does not concern me.
Alright, good enough.
Have you embraced this woman? Like the other patient, this Mr. Renfield?
Her name was Amelia. And no, I did not kill her. I
Oh, I didn't
vowed
think she
a
would.
very long time ago that I would never take another life. Unless they ask.
Is there sufficient vitality in the blood of the sick and dying patients?
Yes, Jonathan. The hunger gnaws at me every waking hour. Frankly, I'm starving.
Temptation surrounds us. Rich, vital. How can you resist?
Over the years, any pleasure I once gleaned from feeding is long gone. I drink for sustenance. And though I still thirst for more, I restrain myself.
Okay, good to know.
Thank you, my lady.
Sure. Okay. Oh my gosh. Please. Please. Thank you. There's blood here. Wait a second. Wait. Oh no, this is the lady. This must be the lady here. And then it leads all the ways into here. Into this room. She was dragged from the bed. Oh no, I knew this lady! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it was her that got taken. Alright, let's see. I guess I could just go down here and keep following the path, I guess. I'm probably gonna be going back to this path in here. I'm just gonna. Oh, no. I say that's mine. Open. Mine. Rogue Scowl, eh? Oh, really? There we go. Man, do I need to go over here? As a matter of speaking, yes, I do have to get over there. Wait, I can go up there. I'm getting there. Hey, a door. Hello? Is anybody in here? Please? Thank you. Why is this place empty? This place seems suspiciously empty. Oh, hello, sir. I shall speak to you.
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
You're healthy.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Okay, thank you.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
What are you talking about, lady?
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor.
You
From
just
the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment, miss.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then?
Cox.
buying
Wait,
something from
hang
me,
on.
maybe?
I know that one. Where did I write that list of names? Oh, this is stupid. Oh crap. Where's that list of names I wrote down here? That's not it. Where is it? Okay, I wrote it right here somewhere. That's not it. Nope. I wrote it right here somewhere. Where is it? I know it's in here in this notebook somewhere. Dub. Where did I have it? It's around there somewhere. No, I keep skipping so many pages. Well, it's not up front of here. Where the hell is it? Ah. Clay Cox. Oh, right. She mentioned Clay. Okay. How are you doing? You're healthy.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Okay.
Goodbye.
There you are.
Mark
What happened here?
words, miss.
Not a
These
drop of
murders-
blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Let's see. Is there any blood trails for me to follow?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
It is not. No.
Good evening, sir.
You have no idea what
Have you
you're
witnessed
looking
any
for.
suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
Why, Spy Hunter? Why? Okay, back
A
to
vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Alright.
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Alright.
Goodbye.
The epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Watt.
Okay, man, there's a lot to do about this game. Aha! There you are.
Good evening, sir. Don't you recognize me? We met a few
I think
months
he's
ago.
drunk.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Inebriation aside, do you need medical help?
Yes. I feel sicker than usual these days.
Take this, then. And perhaps you could try to slow down the alcohol intake, too.
Hey, Doc, you don't really want me to stop the only remedy I can afford.
Ha.
Goodbye.
Okay. Now that you're recovering. I can go this way. Unknown. Wait a second. Poor Jack. Okay, what are you talking about? Door? Door. Where's the door to this house? Here it is. I shall knock.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr. Reed. Could I come in?
Why? What do you want?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. Yeah, and I'm back. Oh, it paused.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam. Why not let me in?
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yes, indeed. Why not let a doctor in?
Oh, excuse me.
The epidemic is what worries people most these days.
Alright, let's see what stuff I can get in this area.
It's locked, all right.
Oh. Okay. How about here?
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep. I've been nothing but worry.
Where is the guy that's in this house? Might as well talk to you, right?
So you have questions about the flu then?
Yes, among other things.
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
Whoa.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where he could be?
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Yes.
How is life around here?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah. That one.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
True.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to do with the epidemic?
Don't know, but it's most likely linked to the gangs if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Oh. Pick a side, you say?
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fishburne?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed before the war. I occasionally help at the night asylum, in exchange for food.
No.
Did your husband die in the war?
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
Wow.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
Okay, that's good. Nom, 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 nom.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Yes.
That's no eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy to
Hello.
Hello, boy.
Hello. Good evening.
Did I scare you? You have nothing to fear from me.
No, it's just that people prefer to avoid me.
Well, I won't. I'm a doctor.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
Good to see you. You have anemia.
What can you tell me about this region?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Wow.
Why do people avoid you?
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck charm.
Wow.
Have you ever thought about leaving?
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
Okay.
What do you do around here, Rufus?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
A bob.
What do people say about this place?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Well...
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
Oh.
So long, Rufus.
I'm going further away. Are you okay?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good evening?
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
Hey, I know, like, you're like...
What's your occupation?
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset. Is something bothering you?
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Alright. I'll find it for you. Let's go
Goodbye, Mr.
find that.
Fishburne.
Oh, I don't know how do I... investigations. Oh. Wait a second. Where is that at? Holy crap, it's always over here? No. Okay, hang on. Details. Yes, I need to find. I also need to find. But for now, I want to go find this guy. Teleport. Box? Mine? Nothing.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Sean Hampton's trail too.
Oh shit. Ow, fuck. Shit. Five. Oh shit. One. Ah. One. Ah. T. G. Never mind. Why'd I do that? I don't know. 4. Oh. 5. Flamethrower, dude. I don't like you. Go away. Ow. Do you mind? I need your blood. If you don't mind. I was unprepared. I didn't expect him to have a freaking flamethrower. I was not ready for that. Alright.
I have this thirst for blood.
Can I have the rat? Thank you.
This is despicable.
I need it. Wait, come here. Thank you.
I have this thirst for blood.
You gotta stop saying that, dude. Okay. It's gonna be a bit of a challenge. Alright. You're gonna be a bit of a challenge, man. Ooh. See, I'm over here. Alright. Can I upgrade anything? I can't upgrade that. Oh, wait a second. This decreases stamina consumption. I could upgrade that if I wanted to, but if I upgrade the damage, it'll only be 190. I don't want that. Well, then again, that'll only be wait a second. Wow. Definitely do that. Sure. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. Oh. I increase my health again. Okay. Still the same thing. Okay. Still the same thing. Oh, you're very close to being healthy. You're not. You're like almost halfway. Wait, what the heck? Whatever. I need more blood. Hang on, is there a zoom in? Oh yes, you do have. Okay, you are a merchant. Okay, let me just.
Good evening.
Hello again, Doc.
Let's see what you've got.
As long as you have money.
Let me see what I can sell. 16, 10, 4. Really? Now that ain't worth anything at all. Okay. What have you got? How much is that shotgun? I don't remember. I need to find a way to disable this guy's freaking. I did not go the right way. I need to find a way to disable the guy's freaking flamethrower. Are there rats here? Ah, yes.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Oh, shut up and deal with it. I think I'm full on blood. Ow. Probably such a thank person. Hello? Ah, screw it. Oh, no wonder C didn't do anything, because I pressed freaking Z. Alright. Shit. Shit, what the hell? How? Okay. Damn it, I need more blood now.
This is despicable.
Let me just have.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Gracie. Alright, this guy's actually the first boss I'm actually under difficulty with. Gracie! Alright. Hmm. Man. I got quite a few of those, don't I? Oh. Gracie. Yeah, because I think I chose that too, so. Actually, I'm gonna fight one over here, so it'll be 75. No. Then, this would also be 75. Okay.
This is despicable.
Okay. Gracie, what are you doing over there?
Get our weapons ready! We found one! All of you bloody leeches need killing! Crush the leech, boys!
Okay, heal. Damn it. Damn it.
All of you bloody leeches need killing! Vermin! I hear leeches.
Oh. No, I do not. Ooh. Flamethrower I can't reach. Leave me alone. You. No, you're not. I don't know what you're talking about. That's one. Oh. No.
All of you bloody leeches need killing! Stop it, leech!
Just eat the blood. Just drink the blood. Ooh.
Take a breath.
Ooh.
All of you
No. Ooh, too close fire. Too close fire. No, I don't want to. You will leave me alone, cause I could fly away. Woo woo. You. Ooh, missed me, little sucker. Uh-oh. I just dashed the fire. 5! Yes, you! Oh! I need to regenerate health. Blood! Nom. Oh! Oh! Who? Who? 2! You! Blood! Ooh! Ooh! No, I don't. You won't.
The wounds on this corpse are deep. The result of rabid rage. If this
Man,
is
this
Sean's
guy was
doing,
freaking
he's become
difficult.
a murderous beast.
Must I follow the trail? Ooh, stuff? No? Stuff. There's still no other stuff. No, I would not like to know more. I don't know what you're talking about. Stuff? No. Wait, what are these people here? Rogue Scowl.
Watch yourselves! There's one of them!
Oh, goodbye.
Bloody leech! Christ! He's dead!
Hey, what's in here? Ooh, stuff. Latest. Thank you. Hello. Crazy, what is your issue? I'm not going over there. Oh, I might actually have to. Oh my gosh, Tracy, why are you in such an unplayful mood? Maybe not. Aw, man. Okay. Might as well have my stamina regenerated. Thank you. Stuff. More shillings. Never mind, those are bullets. Apparently. Excuse me? Hang on, I didn't talk. Wait, what are you talking about over here? Okay, lady.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. May I have your attention for a minute?
Good evening, sir. My name is Giselle Paxton, but I don't have time for men like you.
Have we met before?
No, but I just need to look at your fancy clothes to know that you must be desperate to visit the docks at night.
That's quite judgmental of you.
Sir, I've led enough strikes when I had a job to identify you as an enemy of the working class.
Oh, excuse me.
May I ask what you do for a living?
I'm killing myself scraping for a living. And you? Have you ever had to struggle in your entire life?
As I told you, I'm a doctor. You have to work a lot to earn that title.
Oh, a doctor. Born with money in a nice house, were we? Was Daddy a banker or a doctor himself?
Why such hatred? Are you judging me by my clothes and my job?
Course I am. Fuck, you're so blind. You don't even see your privilege. Lazy people like you disgust me.
Wow.
What can you tell me about this vicinity?
Tell you what, just spend a few weeks here, and then ask me that question again. If you're still alive, I mean.
You don't know me, Miss Paxton, and yet you see me as an enemy.
Your manners, your clothes, your words tell me everything about you, sir. I know your kind, and you don't belong here.
Oh no, Miss Paxton, you really don't know my kind. You have no idea who I am.
All right, okay. No need to get all worked up.
If you have something to say, say it. I'm getting tired of all this.
Oh. You want information instead? Well, here's some for you. Giselle Paxton does not like you at all, Doctor.
Why did you just refer to yourself as the person?
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
What is it you want? Does he owe you money? Has he displeased your Royal Highness? I'm no snitch, Mr. Fancy Pants.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Well, I'll leave.
She is straight up a snob.
It's locked.
So is that, apparently. That wasn't. Well, and then you go right over there.
What have we here?
Hello.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Can I help you?
A fancy doctor lurking at night by the docks? Not fishy at all.
And what about you? Working outside at night in this dangerous part of town?
You want to know my secret? I'm trying to earn money. And I'm Lottie Paxton, by the way.
So that must have been her sister.
Is it not dangerous to work here at night?
As long as I have good legs, I can run away from trouble. The Sad Saint now provides me and my sister a bed and a roof. I don't want to lose that.
What can you tell me about the Sad Saint?
It's just the nickname of Sean Hampton, the Sad Saint of the East End. He gave me shelter, and he's not always sad.
Are you homeless, Miss Paxton?
Mr. Hampton's night asylum is our new home now. It's a safe place for me and my sister.
Alright.
What can you tell me about this place? How are things here?
Yeah, I guess this
Maybe
episode's
okay
gonna
for
run a
a
little bit
strong
longer.
girl
So I
like
just wanna.
me, but a dandy doctor from the city like yourself. You better watch your back, Mr. Reed.
Which local dangers must I avoid?
Well, the gangs, the thieves, the drunks, the jobless. A man with your fancy clothes will attract a lot of attention.
Well, I am not someone so easily intimidated.
Glad to hear that. And if you get into trouble, you can always seek help at Sean Hampton's shelter. No one would dare to be violent there.
Why is that?
You really think I should go back to a safer place, miss?
No. I think you had better stay and help as many people as you can. Just avoid the wet boot boys. Those bastards are worse than the epidemic.
Okay. Good to know.
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Lock. Open.
This Seymour worries me. Perhaps Sean knows something about it.
Wait. Say more. Oh, hello. Who are you?
Why the long face, Doctor?
How do you know I'm a doctor? Oh.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Okay. I'm back. I just had to do something quick.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
No, I wouldn't say I'm convinced.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan
Why
to
are
do
you
that?
not
Take
staring
this key
at
of the old
John?
sewers. The entrance is by the
You're staring right at
riverbank,
the screen, and
south
that's a
from
little
here.
concerning.
There you'll find all the proof you need.
Very well.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I'll surrender myself to your judgment.
Give a dog a bad name. Ooh, stuff. 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 I like all this free stuff I'm getting. Jeez. Oh, okay. Oh,
It's
that's locked.
locked, all right.
Gracie, shut up. No. Where would I find this sewer? I'm getting so much stuff. I love this place. Bad stuff. Okay. Oh, the sewer's over in that direction, is it? Oh, excuse me. my staple though. What is this? Blood. Okay, let's read this. Object Vampire Hunter Fraud Avoid. Of a certain privacy, I'm claiming that he's a special. He does not charge anyone for the work, but he clearly has no clue what he's talking about. Alright. So. It is not all that he sees. Oh.
Over there!
Ow. Gracie, shut up. Wait. What is the sewer down here? Hi.
Spotted! Watch out! Fear no evil!
Oh, hush up.
Everyone shall prevail!
Oh, well that didn't help much, now did it? I found the sewer entrance. Gracie, shut up! No! Okay. The docks. Embankment sewers, okay. I found the oh, what's this? Okay. I should probably, like, first keep healing myself here. Just because. There we go. Hey, there's rats. Wait, where? I heard rats. Where are they? I need the rats. Beware. I can't go that way, obviously. Rats? No?
That doesn't work.
Why not?
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
Oh, I see. There's something blocking the path in of that water. How to stop it? How to stop? What's this? Grace, you better get out of the way. We gotta figure out how to. Oh. Guess I'll go run to the other side and go down. There's a wheel up there. Can I get to that wheel? I don't think I can, actually. Okay. Okay, that doesn't do anything. First puzzle of this game. Wait a second. Open up. Aha! And now?
That gate should shut properly now.
Hehehe. Oh, now. There you are. Puzzle solved. What the? This looks recent. Oh, the blood trails, I guess. Shut up, Gracie. I'm sure there's a lot of blood here. What the hell? Hey, rats, gimme.
I have this thirst for blood.
Please shut up and eat.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Okay. Is that guy that? Oh my gosh.
These maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Don't tell me, I gotta fight him now.
Learn to respect the laws of Ascalon.
Oh my gosh. Where'd he go? No. 5. Goodbye. Oh damn, that did nothing. What the hell? No. Nope. Nope. I'm just gonna wait this.
Fergal Banch in the hand that crushes all.
I think this is what I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna keep waiting. Even if it takes little by little. Wait a second.
Neck shall snap like a hare's brittle bones, newborn.
I'm just gonna keep running circles around you until my timer is down.
Power you cannot comprehend.
Are you sure about that? Oh, that went the wrong way.
Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon?
No. Teehee. Teehee. Missed me.
Power you cannot comprehend.
You keep saying that. I almost got your health bar down to 1/7 of your. Oh. Jeez, Gracie. I don't know what your issue is, dude, but take that. Teehee. And once my things cool down again, you're gonna get got again. Oh, you got a little close there. You've got 10 more seconds. Woo. Ha 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 ha. Too fast for ya, huh? Okay, I got blood back. Loser. I'm just gonna wait until that goes down again. I know this is kind of cheating, but this is the way I fight, okay? Come on. Boop, boop. Loser. Bye-bye. Whoa, you got a little closer. $50 seconds remaining. I don't even think you've laid a single hit on me yet, dude. Bye. I always do it 3 times so I can get away from him faster. Dude, I've almost got you at freaking 2/7 of your bar down. Health down. 10 seconds remaining. No? Really? How about now? No, I don't think so. Oh, my health is a little bit down. No, there's no way I've done it. Oh. Bye!
Once you vanished, I'll slaughter the skulls while singing your name.
Oh. Hello, that's interesting. Oh, now you want to pick and use your shadow.
Foolish Ekon.
You got 10 seconds left, man. See my super abilities cool down. Wow, you actually hit me there.
You found your death in me.
Are you sure about that? Ooh, you actually hit me that one. Okay. I know you're getting mad and all, but dude, calm down. Oh. No. You're almost halfway done, dude. Ow! Okay, you actually made that time. Ow! Oh, okay, that's not good.
Slow as a snail.
Oh shit, did I just waste that? Damn it. Okay, so I can't do it while he's doing that, otherwise he can resist it. Ow! Damn it. Get away. Ow! Ooh, okay, this is not going too well. No, you're not getting me. I went to this cooldown again. I can't do it while he's doing his power thing. There it is.
Slow
Slow as a snail.
Right, now I gotta wait until he's done with this. Goodbye. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, you're almost dead. Oh! Gotta try it. There, I think I'm maxed out on it.
And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle.
And now I need more blood.
You found your death in me.
Dummy. I know how to counter your moves now. Who just does this? Dash away as fast as possible.
Foolish Ekon.
Oh wait, you regenerate health when you do that. Oh.
I shall tear thee apart and spill my blood to the pissing wells.
Oh.
Your blood is now mine.
I don't think so.
I shall crush you.
I don't think so. Oh. So you do more now, do ya? Oh,
down, stay down.
Oh,
Return
hello.
to your apothecary and needles. Down, stay down. Your blood is now mine.
I don't think so. Oh.
And thine shall be a fair skull to adorn my mantle. Return to your apothecary and needles. I shall crush you.
Oh, you did hit me.
Slow as a snail. Return to your apothecary and needles. Your
I know.
blood is now mine.
Something tells me you're getting a little bit mad. We're doing this again.
I shall crush you. Down, stay down.
Damn it, I just wasted it. Wow, wow, wow. Ow, you hit me that time.
Your blood is now mine. Return to your apothecary and needles.
Let me just take a little healing. What are you over there for? I'm over here. Oh, we're gonna do this again.
Down, stay down.
Oh! Dodge that.
I shall crush you.
I don't think so. I just don't do your move. I should do Tingly once more. Don't do it. Gotcha! You're dead. I take some of his blood.
It's locked.
Wait.
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath. The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
Wait, but what's over here though? Hello?
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
I don't know. Vampires are strange creatures, you know? Oh, wait a second. Oh, this is just... Okay, I just gotta go this way. Wait.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst. This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, Vampire. But thank you.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget.
Oh my.
And this shelter is where
Now
we
this
live.
took a bit of a
I'm
twist.
Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Ekon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
That's a great... No, 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 no.
Why was that creature after you?
Fergal is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a Skal.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
Oh.
What of this?
That'll
Ascalon
explain why
Club?
he is always so mad.
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us.
It's gonna
whom
be an
they see as
extended,
lessers.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet Jones is alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
Okay.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Keep your distance, Echo.
Damn, okay. What about talk to you?
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant. How is London? I've not seen beyond these walls in such a long time.
I wouldn't know. I can't see your face. Okay.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your place is not here.
Oh my gosh, these people are rude.
Your spell is enticing. Sweet of
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I have so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
So you desire to stay here?
Okay.
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
We are similar, but not the same, Harriet.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with Sean Hampton. Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers. The shadows killed that bastard.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
And these shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it
Okay.
is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions about me? What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Okay. Hello? Oh, wait, why are you standing there?
Have you found the answers you've been looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she's a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Sean Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
Okay. You're not exactly standing on that. Just follow the arrows. The arrows, the arrows, the arrows. Arrows this way? Follow the arrows. I've lost the arrows.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Okay, I'm lost. Follow the arrows, it says. Oh, do I go down? No. Where do I go from here? It says for me to follow the arrows, but I'm lost. Oh, I go up these stairs. Ah, I do, yeah, I found it. Okay. What do I... That kind of made it more clear though. What the? I have a necklace.
It's locked.
Wait a second. Ah, stairs.
Welcome back, Dr. Reed. Would you like to take communion with me now?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers.
Gracie!
Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed, I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
Look, Gracie.
You make no distinction between the living and the scars, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Is that a bit Irish? Yeah.
Harriet, Miss Jones, has been behaving in a most violent manner.
I'm sorry, did you just glitch out a little bit?
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget.
Your eyes don't move at all.
Requires.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger Scals, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
I like the way he's looking at the freaking screen. Sure.
I believe you, Sean. In fact, I envy the peace you found, and will remember it.
There is love and compassion in your heart. You only need to give it wings.
Thank you for your kind words, Sean. Continue your noble efforts. You are a good man in bad times.
Keep to the light, my friend. Like all my flock, you have a home here. Anytime you're in the neighborhood.
Hints failed. I lost both hints. How did I lose both hints? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. What do I got? Oh, no, not. I don't want to go back down. Where's the door? Oh, here it is. Oh, hey, look at my. Look at my extra.
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
I know you're not.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed, can I be of any assistance? Have you noticed anything suspicious lately?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course. Look, bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Goodbye.
Who is this? What's on his hands?
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father. "29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
There's blood here.
This is despicable.
Get back here.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Yeah, that should.
I have this thirst for blood.
Hey, what's up here? Oh, what is that? Oh my, is this a shotgun? It is. Yep, will do. I'm not interested in fighting right now. Nope, not interested. Nope, not interested that way either. See you later. Never mind. So I gotta go that way. Hang on. Wait a second. Okay, I ain't got a choice. Don't tell me you've got a flamethrower.
bloody cry! Killing's all you deserve. Yeah! Die, vermin!
Okay. Let's go this way now. Sayonara. Goodbye.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?
Oh, there's blood.
There's been a fight here.
Yeah, mine. I noticed.
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could have done that? Where does this blood trail lead?
Hmm.
Don't come closer.
You're in my way.
Stop! It ain't you!
I warned you, man.
We're being misled. Or worse, we're being baited by leeches playing a nasty game.
Oh shit! I was not aware that I was gonna alert them. See ya. Oh, damn it. Oh, they're going back. Okay, got it. I'm back. Ow, that's not good.
Stop! Vampire! No rest for the wicked!
Shit.
The power of the Lord commands you!
Youch. Ow. Where's your health at? Yeah, that's better.
Back to the shadows.
There we go.
God walks with me.
Damn, okay, so I know what that does. Freaking drains all my blood. Damn. Look at the rat.
This is despicable.
I'm so glad that rat was there. That his mother?
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family. Only a golden watch in her pockets.
I see you.
The fuck?
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, might as well win it.
Actually... Actually, this might as well lead me to, a hideout. Who's knocking at my door? Why does it say who knows my name?
I won't let you escape.
Okay, you know what?
You're very fast, but I'll catch you.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know where you went.
They've all been butchered. I can still sense a presence.
Come to me.
Are you all right?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiaoshun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This...
Goodbye.
Matthew.
Wait a second.
I have this thirst for blood.
Where is it? There it is.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Help me, please.
Are you okay?
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell Scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery.
Oh, she does not look good.
Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our
I'm
poisonous
talking about to fight her
kiss.
too.
Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
Oh my gosh.
Nation.
I'm not biting him.
Come to me, Jonathan.
What the hell? What are you? What is that? I've never seen anything like that before. Yeah, destroy all these gravestones, please. They're kind of in the way.
Assassin!
This is the third boss I've had to play this game.
Kiss me again, sweet brother. You left me to rot in this grave.
Why do these guys like to talk so much? I'm not biting the priest.
Rest in peace, monster.
They're forgetting that you are one too.
Kinslayer!
Oh! Hmm.
You've killed me, brother! What have you done?
No. I'm gonna do the same thing I did the other guy. I'm just gonna run around until my things cool down.
Abomination! Kiss me again, sweet brother. You left me to rot in this grave.
Third boss we've had to fight today.
Rest in peace, monster.
Damn.
You spared the precious Nurse Crane, but not your own Mary.
How do you know about that?
Come to me, Jonathan. Blood Priest.
Oh damn, that was not good.
Final thoughts are just to die for.
You know, maybe I should have spared him. No, maybe I should have killed him. Better than having her kill him.
What have you done?
What are you currently doing? Keep missing. It's for your aim is way off. Oh my gosh.
Rest in peace, monster.
Oh, that deals damage from him. Ow. Wait, why did I say ow for? It heals me.
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
Be careful of the feet in the range of that because you missed again. You suck. No, go away.
Come to me, Jonathan.
I don't want to. No. 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 Can you not? No. The answer is no. Stop it.
What have you done?
If you could stop talking, that'd be nice. No. No. Go away. Lady?
Rest in peace, monster.
You're a monster too. No. Go away. No. No, go away. Ooh, the chimney crickets, you're fast. I don't know why I stopped.
Come to me, Jonathan.
No. No. Go away. No. Can you not? Thank you.
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
No. Oh, you're. I got it. Look close right there. Damn it!
What have you done?
Same situation again. Always do it too early. No. No. Oh, shoot. I don't want to. No, go away. No. No.
Rest in peace, monster.
Goodbye. No. Ugh, gross. I don't know what that ability is that you have, but I don't like it. Alright. Now wait till after this is over because...
Me, Jonathan.
No. One more time. Ow, damn it. Oh well. Okay, now she's angry.
Because you spared Sean Hampton, don't expect the same mercy from me.
Okay, what is your issue, man?
What have you done?
Oh, Jimmy's ready to do that. So close. Damn. Damn it.
Rest in peace, monster.
Oh, the music's sped up. Oh, jeez. Damn it.
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
I don't want to. Leave me alone. No. That's no good. Ow! Why can't? Damn.
Come to me, Jonathan.
No. Good to know when you're about to attack. Go away. No, go away.
What have you done?
Ah! Go away. Okay. Yes! Gotcha!
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
Those legs don't seem to be right. Why does legs glitch out like that? Those legs aren't. No, there's nothing wrong with those legs. Where am I bringing? Where am I? Hang on. Where am I bringing her? No, those. No, there's nothing wrong. Their legs are glitching out like major time. Oh no. Well, broke this game now. Yeah, that's not how that's supposed to happen. Okay. What is the end of that? A few nights later. I need to level up some. I need to do some upgrading in here, man. I had to fight 3 bosses and I hadn't had a chance to upgrade at all. Ugh. Man, this is a mega episode for sure.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realized the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Okay. Hey! Look at me, I'm home. Ooh, analyze. Analyze? Damn it! What the hell? I know, that would actually be pretty good. Okay. Sure. Well, it's a good thing I got all these things. There, too many crickets, man. Used Lupara. Oh wait, that's already level 2? Woohoo! Ooh, I almost have enough for that. La 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 la. Right, let me just look at my X. Oh my gosh, look how many points I have. 7,000 points. Okay. I think I'll get. I got enough points to get at least. I got enough points to get everything. Just because I can when I want to. It's also 1,000. Also 1,000. Oh, Gracie. There. Now. Increase my stamina. Increase my blood count because too many crickets I need to increase how much blood I get. Yeah, I'd say I need that. There we go. Now this is a good place to end. Three battles? 3 boss battles? Oh my gosh. Hostile? Oh, that can't be good. But I guess I'll do this next time. So thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And please be sure to share with your friends, as it would really help grow my channel to reach new people and a wider audience.